This is our full moon, our monthly full moon healing. This is so much about healing the feminine, whether you're male or female by sex. This is about healing the feminine energy within you, that feminine current, spiritual current, because it is wounded on both sides. And yeah. So the energy coming in, I can't catch the message because it's coming in so fast. So we're going to be working on the feminine. And I want to emphasize that those that are having physical discomfort, mental anguish, we can focus on the particular parts of the body that are causing the suffering, or we can peel back, go to the core of the suffering and release it from there so that the symptoms, the second, third, fourth order of effect diminishes. And that's what we're doing today, is about coming in and healing the feminine within. And this is really powerful for men as well, because when men are not honoring their feminine, we all fall on a spectrum. When we don't honor that is when we get a lot of conflicting energies and static and stagnation in the body. And it causes depression and anxiety and suffering. So the energy's coming, they're coming in so fast. My hands, I can't, the words are coming in so fast. I'm just going to put my hand out. I'll go full for the moment right now. The energy is coming through so fast that the best thing for me to do is to just be a vessel and let it move through, similar to Reiki. It's coming in right here. We're going to move that first and allow that energy to come through first. Let me know in the comments if your teeth ache or if you feel pulsing, if it's too strong. I want to know if it's too strong and I'll slow it down. But if it's not too strong, we're going to keep going. Stop, they're yelling, stop caring about what other people think. The masculine protects the feminine. The shield comes behind, so the feminine has the freedom to do the healing work. So the masculine right now is coming forward, shielding through, so that the feminine can be activated tonight. So if anyone feels an energy coming forward, that's the masculine within you coming out and around to hold the space. It's going to anchor, so the feminine is, while we're working on that, has a safe, cradled space to work in. I may poke or instigate some energy within you. dormant, suppressed emotions. Breathe through it, lean through it, release it. Some of you may need to hum, and if you are humming, you may feel the vibration increase. I don't have noise here so that I can hear the subtle voices coming through, but you may want noise in your background. Dropping the grief, dropping the fear. Going into heart space. Some of you may feel vibrating in the body. That's okay. We're dropping down into the solar. We're going into the belly. That's our goal, but we have to go there slowly. Bring it down into the sacral, into the belly. This is where the roar, this is where the cry, that primal cry comes from. This is where the moon sits in your being. We're going to awaken the moon energy. We're going to pull and expand that connection. Let me go back to the square. And now I'm connecting in with the moon. Mystic Kitty comes to visit. So that tells us we're going to be doing some trauma work tonight. Okay, let's go there. I connect my belly to the moon. Kitty cat shows up. The hands of 1,000 grandmothers are coming around the group. I'm going to create the avatar now. Now we're ready. So let's do that. Connecting everyone's energy. We're going to work on the whole, the collective at once. She's comfort kitty tonight. And the moon just said she's here for comfort. She's not going to be trauma kitty tonight. She's comfort kitty. Okay. connection. I'm going to start sending energy from the moon and the hands of 1,000 grandmothers into the audience. We are ready now. Got a kitty here. The hands of 1,000 grandmothers are not from Earth. They're, well, some of them have been on Earth, but they are a galactic collection of feminine energy. Some are human, some are not. Some have walked the earth, some have not. We are connecting with their energy. They come in for the healing. Get her off of here. Down you go, down you go. You don't have to be up here. If you are noticing that you're not breathing, make sure your tongue is dropped from the roof of your mouth and that you are breathing. There we go, right there. Pull of energy coming. It's pulling the mask we wear. This energy is coming to pull the mask that we wear, because the more masks we have, the harder it is for us to be authentic in who we are. The fewer the masks, the more congruent we are. That we are the same person in front of this person and that person in this group and so on. This is wanting to pull the mask off of you, the facade that you wear, the mask that you wear, the version of you that the world sees but may not be the truth. It's pulling the energy off of your face. So if you feel pulling, tingling, it's not taking away your energy. It's not like, an energy vampire. We're not going to use that language. It's allowing the layers to be shed so that you can be more authentically yourself. And think about the freedom that comes when you don't have to pretend to be something you're not. When you don't have to adapt, when you don't have to shrink, when you don't have to silence yourself. What level of freedom that brings. Yeah, that was like a wiggle down the spine. Ooh, for the group. The congruence and the alignment bring us closer to who we are. The moon itself emits no light. It's the reflection of the sun that shows us who it is. But the moon itself doesn't change. The moon is the moon. It's how we view it that changes. How we view ourselves, how we view our perceived weaknesses, how we view our struggles and our triumphs. It's not that those things change. The events occurred, the feelings, the emotions are there. It's how we perceive it. And sometimes it does take someone else to shine the light on us for others to see who we are. And that's okay. Our struggles can have a flashlight put on them. They're weaving. The grandmothers are weaving through the energy. Like thread. Thousands of threads going through. They're weaving the masculine and the feminine. What is freedom to you? The moon is asking, what is freedom to you? What does that look like? What does that feel like? What version of you are you living? The one with many masks, or the one with fewer masks? The more masks we carry, the more weight we carry. We carry the weight of the versions of us. Each version carries its own weight, but collectively that can be incredibly heavy. The version of us that the world sees, not to silence the parts of us that we think are shameful, sinful, weak. Those are judgments. Judgments take us away from truth. Tumble out the judgments, tumble out the shame. Treat it like raw stones. As we tumble away the things that weigh us down, we're left with something precious in the center. Let the moon, the drips of the moon, fill through your crown. Release the judgment and see things as they are. The droplets of the moon. The droplets of the moon. The moon is here. It's here to partake in the exchange of energy. You don't need a lot of drops of moon. It's coming in. The light is coming in. It's coming into the avatar. Think about where you have physical or mental discomfort, where it sits in your body. And then I want you to take your awareness to that part of your body. Bring your awareness, whether it's maybe joint or organ, wherever it may be in your body, wherever there's a discomfort, maybe it's the brain or the mind. Bring your awareness there and put your droplets of moon in that space. Not all of them, maybe 2 or 3. We can do 2 spots. So if you have about 5 drops of the moon, put 2 or 3 in that spot and ask that spot to show you what is causing the suffering, what is causing the discomfort. That suffering that may exist in your body, if you were to shed the judgment, shed your beliefs, shed any thoughts you have of what it is, ask it directly to identify itself. Go within your own body. Ask your body to show you the answer. And put in the comments where you may be feeling discomfort. Yeah, like I want to put my hands up and the energy's pushing my hands down like big, okay, with the cat explosion. Pelvis. Stephanie, take your awareness and rotate it clockwise, as if energy in your pelvis could rotate and leave the bones where they are. Leave the hips where they are and just let the energy move and rotate around. Okay, so the SI joint. Okay, yep, left. Yep, I've got it. Imagine a blanket, a magnetic blanket came over the SI joint on the left side and pulled away. Go into that space. I want you to imagine that you are pulling that magnetic sheet away. Pull it away from the body. Mary, allow that area to breathe as if there were an exhaust vent. The moon is coming in for a moment. They're pulling a string. So the hands of 1,000 grandmothers are behind you and they're pulling the string out, Mary. They're pulling it out. Imagine you're standing behind your own essence, pulling the string. Ooh, yeah, like, ooh. Come behind and pull. I want you to pull it yourself because I want you to take ownership. Pull the string away from your shoulder blades. So you've got your back, stand behind yourself and pull it out. Chest and head. Carla, imagine a salve is going on the palm of your hand. The like moon jelly is going on your palm, and it's going to move up your arm. It's moving up your arm. It's going to latch on or connect to what they're calling fluttery energy. It's going to grab the fluttery energy and then bring it back through. So let it come up my right arm, I'm seeing it, up, grab it, hook onto it, connect to it, and then like jelly melting down, allow it to come through. Okay, so jumped back behind the heart. They're stitching, Shannon. It's a small little incision, maybe this big, maybe a half an inch, and they're zoomed in and they're stitching this tiny little space. I think it's a leak or perforation. It perforated. Whole left side of body. Victoria, they're not going on the left side of your body. They're on the right side of your body. And they're just sitting down next to you. On your right side. It's the wound on the right that you're feeling on the left, but it's originating on the, whoa, slow down. So let me know if that's too much, because that just got a little woozy on me. Okay. Erica, joints, more specifically, which joints? All the joints? Okay, let's do that. So left thumb, right index. The hand joints, okay. Left thumb. That's like, ooh. Okay, left thumb. They're smoking like like Palo Santo. It's a stick that's smoking. I don't know what it is. It's not Palo Santo, but it looks like a thin stick, like a pencil maybe, and it's burning. And they're burning that on the left, on your left hand. This is not the hands of 1,000 grandmothers, but the female healer coming in. She's coming in and she's moving this stick of smoke. Like they're trying to seduce the snake to come out of your thumb. There's like an energy parasite or some type of something that would look like a little worm that's coming. They're pulling it through. Well, they're like getting it to come up. I think that has to do with a guy, a boy. Ooh, I think this has to, okay. I have no idea how these pieces tie together, but this feels like a boy, an adult, a grown male, a man. No, I can't even say man. It's just a guy. And this has to do with being milked. So I don't know if it's being financially milked, like someone took advantage of you. That energy sitting in your joints. So they're approaching yours very differently. Yeah, it feels like something involving the 1980s. Yeah, okay. That's going to go through Nikki, middle of spine. There's this golden milk that they're running down the spine. You're not the only one. There's about 7 of you. There's seven backs that I see facing. The backs are facing me. I can't see the faces. And they're running this golden milk. Golden. It's gold. It's not like honey milk. It's gold. But they're calling it milk. And they're running it down the spine. This gold liquid. One of the 7 got wobbly. I felt them like tip over. So we're going to do it again. Connect the cords. Connect the cords. Things feel disconnected, but it's not that hard to connect them. They seem like they're far apart, but they're not. It's like what they're showing me is like a flat piece of paper, and how you have one edge and it seems so far apart from this one. But when you bring the two together, they're very close. It's just how we manipulate time and space, that two things that seem to be far apart are not. So that's what they're saying about this honey going, not the honey, the golden milk going down the spine, is these cords that seem so far apart just don't know how to bend to get closer. I think Stephanie was in that. Nikki, yeah, I think Nicole and Stephanie, you were both in that space. There were 7 of you. Stomach and sciatica. Think stomach. That's like what? It's like being on a subway car in New York City, where the train just like left, right, like it wobbles as it moves through the tracks. That's how I feel in the sciatica, in the lower lumbar. There's a lot of emotion here. Ooh, copper, really thin lines of copper, like we might see in some electrical wire, like 4 or 5 thin pieces all twisted, is in the sciatica. So I think there's 3 of you. 3 of you. It's putting more insulation around the nerves. But I want each of you, there's 3 of you that are having sciatic nerve issues. Imagine that the wires were frayed, like just kind of like, and you're taking them and you're twisting them so that they're smooth in the motion too. Yeah, bring that in. Let's go into that heart. Oh, it's sorrow. There's sorrow interfering. There's like a layer of tears wrapped around the heart. The moon is holding, and the grandmothers are trying to like wash the sorrow, trying to bathe it more accurately. Like they're bathing the sorrow, like a caregiver might bathe an elderly person. They're bathing the sorrow blanket that's wrapped around the heart. It's sorrow. It's not grief. Sorrow is the dominant emotion. It's a feeling, Jamie, of washing. They're washing around the heart. Bathing is the proper word. They're bathing the energy. Right side spine, upper neck. Okay, Rachel. Cervical C3. Breathe, Rachel. I'm in your C3. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's just bouncing. I want to slow it down. Anyone that's having upper cervical, I can about 16 of you, I think, have some upper cervical, some spine strain. Yeah, we're gonna bring some moon droplets in. It's like honey drops. The lubrication. Oh, that zoomed out. Wow, that went quick. Okay, that's affecting my breathing. I'm holding my breath trying to do this. Ooh, this is a little bit intense. There's I'm gonna break this into 2 parts. Because I think if I try to stay where I am, it's gonna be too intense for some people. The hands of 1,000 grandmothers are warning me that it may be too intense to come back. So Rachel, I'm going to come back. I'm going to circle back. I want you to comment, give it about 5 minutes, and then comment again. Same thing that you put. We're going to return to this. I don't want to push. The hands of 1,000 grandmothers, the moon, they're all very gentle energies. And I don't want to get aggressive tonight. I want to stay in that gentleness. if I stay in this space any longer, it's going to become aggressive. So I want to back away, and then we'll revisit it in a little bit. Elizabeth. Waste. Man, there's like a growl, Elizabeth. I'm in that space. I got like tea, like it's very there's like get away from me. I'm angry energy, like a it's not a hiss, it's a growl, like it's like full teeth. No. I was like, okay, can we pet it? That's not the answer either. Hold on. Like when there's a hunger, Elizabeth. It's hungry. That part of your body is hungry. It's growling out of starvation. So the hands of 1,000 grandmothers came in with this like bowl of milk, like moon milk. And that's a visual. It's like all a metaphor. But they brought this moon milk, and that part of your body just absorbed it. It was a starvation. A longing, a starvation of longing. Yeah. Okay. Stacy, all joints and migraine. Let's narrow it down, Stacy. Let's focus on the migraine. It's in the occipital ridge. It's the very edge of the skull. That's where we're going for you. There's 2 of you. One other person in the audience right now has that too. If energy could get inflamed, you have inflammation at the edge of your skull. Whoa, that affected my breathing. It's like a grief, sadness. Like when you cry a lot and then you just exhale, there's that like fatigue of crying. That feeling is sitting there. Heaviness. Old energy. Old. What's interesting is in this scene right now, Stacy, I went to the moon, which is typically feminine. The moon went masculine. It went masculine for this. It became stronger and more protective. Shielding. What you need is a safe place to cry. It's a shielding. It's old energy, purging old emotions, purging old stuff. It could be from another lifetime. It's not like the past 30 years. It's old. And it's okay to shed. It's okay to release. It's okay to let go. I feel like this giant thing is sitting on my chest. Give yourself permission. I thought this was going to be much gentler. But it's like, no, give yourself permission to throw it away. Chuck it. Chuck it. It's okay not to grieve about this. That's not, it doesn't need to hold on to that. Yeah, Victoria, you got this. You got this. You're going to be okay. You are letting go. And if you have not felt the feels in a long time, it can feel like an avalanche of emotion. But your body will acclimate. Your body will adjust. As long as we go slow and steady, we don't want to overstimulate your system. Oh, they're coming in to smooth it for you. Yeah, they're going to come in. They're doing this, it almost looks like string cheese of the golden milk, and they're wrapping it around parts of you so that you can grieve but still have like when you sit in a wicker chair or the meshed sunbathing lounge chairs, there's open space but there's support. That's what's happening right now. You're okay. Your body will not take you beyond a point that you can't handle. You will not like collapse into this psychotic nothingness, but that's what your mind is afraid of. You've got these woven support lines around you. And it looks like someone just pulled pieces of mozzarella string cheese and they put it in, and then they put it in. So you're okay. All right, Bella. Sympathetic. Let's go. Fight, flight, freeze. Let's get you out of that. Breathe in a controlled way. The moon lifted up. It went up above you. Grandmother stepped back. Something else is coming in. No, they got out of the way for you to get out of your way. They stepped back. Everything stepped back. And it's like letting the buildup, the intensity, have a place to go. They got out of the way to give room for you to exhaust that out. Yeah. Oh, they're getting out of the way for you to come into your body. Whoo. They made room for you to step in. And it's like this weird yellow spots of color. They made room for you to come home. It's like when people line the streets for a parade, they stepped aside so you could come in. Yeah. Now they're coming back in. Yeah, there we go. Oh, smile on hair loss from stress meds. Okay, let's focus on the stress. Stress, right? Because you wouldn't be on the meds if you didn't have the stress. You wouldn't have the hair loss if you didn't have the stress. So let's go in there. I don't know if this has any connection with you in any way, but it's like chili dogs, and they put a plug in you, so it's like you were going this, like these loops and loops and loops, and they put a door jam in, and they had chili dogs. I have no idea why that came up for you, but it feels like a county fair or something where you'd get a chili dog. The 70s, maybe it's the 70s, early 80s, 70s. It's old. The scene is old. Like, I can't tell if it's like 1970s, early 1980s. I usually don't see so much color for the 70s. I see more color in the 80s. So county fair, it's like the old ways, some like not having the worries. It's being able to relate back to that point in your time. I don't know why. Or to that time period. I don't know if that's your time period. To go back to when it was not as stressful, and to align with that, to bring to calm your system down. So your sympathetic nervous system needs to be anchored to the past, to a time when I don't know, just it feels like chili dog county fair feeling. Okay, Nikki, two sides of me. Hey, Tanya. Stenosis on that. Okay, Francis, let's see what we got. Francis, I'm going to ask a strange question, but are you caught up in the political nonsense games? This feels like it's, it feels like it's like politics. Paying attention to politics for you is poison. Is the sense that I'm getting. Oh, the cat hair on my shirt. This cat, man. I go into your stenosis, and I just see this like a small airplane, and the person getting off is like waving to the crowd in a very sort of arrogant political way, and I think my guess is that is linked to political campaigns or something. It feels like you're getting caught up in drama that's not yours, but worries about an election or like the election, something like that. It's I don't see women coming off the plane. I see men. I think so. I'm curious to know if that. I'm going to scroll all the way down to see if that's that's really weird. I'm seeing this plane. So let's find out what else that could mean. Small. It's like a nice small plane. It's not like a 2-seater. It's like 15-seater, 20-seater. Yeah, it's like I'm watching the scene of a person coming off of a plane at the top of the stairs, and they're just waving. I am not seeing anything else from that. let's revisit this. Let me see how much time we have, and then we'll circle back around. The vision's not changing, so I don't want to. What is the stenosis? I think we have to solve this. I can't get to the stenosis without understanding what this scene is. This is a clue. I think we have to solve this first of what this is. So let's circle back to that. Spinal cord injury. Francis, give me a specific location. Where is the stenosis? Is there a particular vertebrae? Yeah, let's see, lower middle back. Baby girl, take lower mid. My neck feels heavier. I'm not seeing anything in the lower mid back. I'm seeing it in the neck. Right at the neck is heavy. I think the pulling of the spine is hitting the lower mid back, but I don't think that's the point of origin. My head just wants to go down, 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 down. Baby girl, bring your head, your chin to your chest if you can. Try to stretch that part of your neck to release, because I think the trouble is in the neck and you're feeling it down lower in the spine. But the point of origin, I think, is more in your C2, in your axis. Imagine you have this like glowing golden thread, and I want you to wrap the lower mid back, this part of your spine, just wrap it, and then bring the head forward and release. So let the discs have more space between the vertebra. Give them more space to exhale in the neck, and that should relieve that mid-back area. The mid-back is just where the traffic jam is, but that's not where it started. Stephanie, left upper teeth and lower teeth. That, darling, is trauma. Adult and childhood. Nope. They're going into the jaw joint, right at the... It's making my eyes water. Ooh, okay. Let's do... We're going to move. Stephanie with an F. Sometimes fate takes us in a direction we didn't want to go. That's the energy I'm feeling. Ooh, more blood to the area. Bella, for the sympathetic, is that the comment? More blood to the area for your sympathetic, or for somebody else's? Oh, whoa, okay. I maybe have like 3 or 4 left in me. I'm starting to like lose connection with them. Liz. So that song, Mama told me there'd be days like this, my mama said. That's what I got, Liz, when I went into your leg and feet. Yeah. Yeah, at first I thought it was magnesium. I don't think so. I don't think it's a magnesium deficiency causing it, the cramps. I think this is disappointment. Inflated disappointment, if that makes sense to you. Disappointment. Yeah, I keep hearing the song and it's this feeling like, what's the point in trying if we can't make it work? I don't know what it's referencing, but the hands. What? It's like just two of the grandmothers came in and said, that's not the point of you being here. That's not the point of you being here. You're focusing on the wrong things. Or, let me word it differently. There's other things that you should be focusing on. No, yeah, they repeated it. That's not why you're here. That's not why you're here. Okay. Fatigue from crying. Yeah. Whew. Okay. I can maybe get, I see there's like 18 unread comments. I know that there's a lot. I'm losing my connection to them. I normally only get about an hour. I'm going to try doing one or two more. I checked back, Francis. I'm still getting that same scene. I'm talking to another male. I think I'm a male, talking to another male. Kind of 30 degrees from the nose of the plane to the stairs. 30 degrees from the nose, angled out, looking at the stairs of whoever's coming out of the plane. And I cannot tell what I'm doing in this scene, why I'm here, what it has to do with you and what you're feeling. But I'm getting that same scene. TMJ from clenching. TMJ. They're throwing sparkles, sequins, shiny things at your left foot. So while you're feeling it in the jaw for TMJ, there's like, it's something like you're not walking your path. Not enough fun, excitement, silliness. They're like celebration confetti. That's more appropriate. They're throwing celebration confetti at your bottom of your left foot. The feminine part of you, I'm going to speculate, because confetti at the left foot, if you're right-handed, the left foot's going to be the feminine. Confetti to me is like celebration, so you're not celebrating the walk, the path you've walked. It's like they're acknowledging, yes, you have TMJ, the clenching, the anxiety, but it has to do with not walking the path, not walking the path, not celebrating the path you're on, not, it's like you don't have enough confetti under your left foot. Okay. All right, Rachel, I think you're going to be my last one because I don't think I can pull, I'm losing my connection. That's so weird, Rachel. When I go into your hip, when I go into the right pelvic space, it's like a meat pulverizer. You know the meat pulverizer puts the dots. That I see, it's like you've been hit with the meat pulverizer. It feels pounded. So you're feeling it in the nerves, but I think the nerves are being pinched by something bigger, heavier. The energy's deflated. Okay, we got floatiness. Ooh, okay. Focus on inflating who you are, not deflating yourself. And not inflating like in an arrogant way, but like make sure you're taking up space. You just feel like it was pounded and thinned out. And what it needs to do is get reinflated, like when a pillow gets really flat and you got to fluff it to get it back up. That's how I feel in your right pelvis, the right side of your pelvis. Yeah, I'm reading your comment, Bella. Yep, that you'd be going through it too. Yep. When I was pulling up in the earlier part of the hour, when I was pulling it up, sometimes someone would say something and I would see 6 other people or 14 other people participating in that same. I want to get a little bit more on Francis. I still don't know what that's about. It doesn't feel like I'm watching from an angle, like the nose of the plane and the tail of the plane and the stairs come out here. I'm standing here looking at it this way. And I'm watching and there's a male next to me talking, but I don't know if I'm a journalist or reporter, if I'm just have permission to be on the flight line. I don't know why I'm there. I feel masculine. Maybe it is a past life. It feels very like a very politically driven event. I don't want to say that it's past life because I'm not in the space to pull that information. That's usually something I would get from the campus in the archive room. I'm not there. But hang on to that information, Francis. I think we're going to get those puzzle pieces connecting at a later time, just not right now. Yeah. So I've lost it. I have to thank them. My connection's gone. I can't feel them anymore. The hands of 1,000 grandmothers are gone. The female healer's gone. My connection to the moon is very faint. It's not strong enough to push energy. So I'm thanking the moon. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. So maybe I can do another one. We may have to wait until the next full moon healing. The grandmothers the grandmothers come in for everybody. It's the hands of 1,000 grandmothers. So imagine like the best of a lot of the 1,000 grandmothers. Many of them are women that have lived throughout this timeline, that have suffered greatly, and they have a lot of wisdom. And so they're not superheroes per se. They're just women that have survived a lot and have wisdom to share, and they want to be a part of this community, hands of 1,000 grandmothers, to come back and help heal other people. So they volunteer for this position. And then some of the female energies are not from Earth at all. They're from another planet, another galaxy. So it's like I've got this mix of 1,000 energies that represent the feminine, and they come in and they heal. They heal in an intense way. So they're more like when they come in, I don't know why is that switching. I don't know why it's doing that. When they come in as like a threaded woven basket of energy, and most of them, they stay together as 1,000 for the energy. But if just a few of them, if the 1,000 hands of 1,000 grandmothers would be too strong, just a few come forward to help. Okay. Oh, a whole bunch of comments. Yes. IO. For many people, it is draining. It's a lot of shifting of energy, and the shifting is draining. Not necessarily the moon energy, but it's the contrast, the going from this one side to the other, shifting. All right, everyone. Thank you. I'm going to close out the avatar. And then I'm going to take a break. I have to get some water with salt. I used up some electrolytes connecting to people. So I want to replenish that before I do the one-on-ones. I can't fully disconnect yet. I have to wait for something. There's some cleaning of energy that's happening. I can't close the avatar right now. Give it a minute. There's a rope of energy coming through. That golden energy is a very thin rope, the size of the width of a diameter of a pencil, and it's just coming through the avatar right now as a final act. The moon energy is coming through.